The woman who felt no fear. Imagine you're walking home late at night. The streets are almost empty. You suddenly hear footsteps behind you. Your heart begins to race. Your palms become sweaty. Every instinct tells you to turn around or run. That feeling is fear. It's one of the oldest survival mechanisms in the human body. Fear has kept humans alive for thousands of years. It warns us about danger before our minds can fully understand what's happening. But what if one day that feeling disappeared? No racing heart, no panic, no instinct to escape. Would life become easier, or would it become unimaginably dangerous? This isn't the plot of a science fiction movie. It's the true story of a woman known only as SM, a woman whose brain changed the way scientists understand fear forever. And by the end of this story, you may never think about fear the same way again. For most of us, fear is automatic. We don't choose to be afraid. Our brains make that decision in a fraction of a second. Long before we consciously recognize danger, a tiny structure deep inside the brain has already gone to work. That structure is called the amygdala. It's only about the size of an almond. But despite its small size, it acts like the brain's alarm system. When it detects danger, it immediately prepares your body to survive. Your heart beats faster, your muscles tighten, your breathing changes, your senses become sharper, all within seconds. Without the amygdala, survival becomes much more difficult. Scientists knew this, but they had never seen what life looked like without a functioning amygdala. Until they met SM. As a child, SM developed an incredibly rare genetic disorder called Urbach-Wiethe disease. Over many years, the disease slowly destroyed both of her amygdalae. It was so rare that only a small number of cases had ever been documented. At first, no one realized how unusual her brain had become. She appeared to live a normal life. She laughed, she smiled, she recognized happiness, she could feel sadness, she experienced anger, she formed friendships, she loved her family. Everything seemed normal, except for one thing: fear, or rather, the absence of it. Scientists soon realized they had an opportunity unlike anything in medical history. Could someone truly live without fear? To answer that question, they designed a series of remarkable experiments. The first test seemed simple. Researchers showed SM disturbing photographs, images that most people find deeply unsettling: violence, dangerous animals, graphic injuries. Most participants immediately reacted with discomfort. Some looked away, others admitted feeling anxious. SM calmly looked through the images. She wasn't disturbed, she wasn't frightened. She simply observed them. The scientists were intrigued. Maybe the images just weren't scary enough, so they decided to increase the intensity. Next came horror movies, not ordinary movies. Some of the most frightening films ever made, the kind that causes viewers to hide behind pillows, jump in their seats, or sleep with the lights on. SM watched every scene. Monsters appeared, people screamed, dark shadows filled the screen. Nothing happened. She smiled. Sometimes she laughed. When the movie ended, researchers asked how frightened she had felt. Her answer shocked them. Not frightened at all. Surely a movie wasn't enough, so they decided to create a real-life experience. They took her to a haunted house. Inside were actors dressed as terrifying creatures. Monsters burst from hidden doors, chainsaws roared, people around her screamed and ran. SM did something nobody expected. She walked toward the monsters. Instead of backing away, she became curious. She looked closely at their masks. She even tried talking to them. One actor later joked that SM frightened the monsters more than they frightened her. It was unlike anything researchers had ever witnessed. But laboratory experiments are one thing. Real life is something entirely different. And this is where SM's story became far more unsettling. Over the years, she experienced situations that most people would never forget. She reportedly encountered violent individuals. She was threatened. At one point, according to published accounts, a stranger held a knife to her throat. Most people would avoid that area forever. SM returned. Not because she wanted danger, not because she enjoyed taking risks. Her brain simply failed to create the powerful emotional warning that tells the rest of us, never go back. Scientists realize that fear doesn't just protect us in the moment, it also teaches us. It helps us remember danger so we can avoid repeating the same mistakes. Without that lesson, the world becomes a much more dangerous place. Researchers continued exploring her unusual brain. One day they visited a reptile store. Inside were snake, large snakes, poisonous snakes, creatures that instinctively make many people step backward. SM stepped forward. She wanted to touch them, hold them, look at them more closely. Even after being warned that some animals could be dangerous, she remained fascinated, not reckless, curious. There was no internal voice screaming, "Stay away." The alarm simply never sounded. By now, scientists believed they understood what was happening. The amygdala was essential for fear. Destroy it, and fear disappears. It seemed like one of neuroscience's greatest discoveries, but science has a way of surprising us. Years later, researchers performed another experiment. This time they asked SM to inhale air containing an unusually high level of carbon dioxide. Almost immediately, everything changed. Her breathing became difficult. Her heart raced. She became overwhelmed. For the first time in years, SM experienced intense panic. She desperately wanted the sensation to stop. Scientists were astonished. How could someone who appeared almost fearless suddenly panic? The answer transformed neuroscience. Fear isn't controlled by a single part of the brain. The amygdala is incredibly important, especially for recognizing external threats. But other systems can trigger powerful reactions under certain internal conditions. The human fear system was far more complex than anyone had imagined. SM's life taught researchers something even deeper. Fear isn't our enemy. Most of us spend our lives trying to eliminate fear. We want confidence, courage, peace. But fear serves an important purpose. It protects us from walking into danger. It encourages us to think twice. It reminds us that our lives matter. Without fear, we might never wear seatbelts. We might never leave dangerous situations. We might never recognize people who intend to harm us. Fear has helped humans survive for countless generations. It's one of evolution's greatest gifts. But there's another lesson hidden inside SM's story. Many people believe courage means feeling no fear. Movies often portray fearless heroes charging into danger without hesitation. Reality is different. Real courage isn't the absence of fear. Real courage is feeling afraid and making the right decision anyway. Firefighters feel fear. Doctors feel fear. Parents feel fear. Pilots feel fear. Soldiers feel fear. Yet they act despite it. Fear doesn't make someone weak. Sometimes, it proves they understand what's at stake. Today, SM's identity remains protected. Her case continues to be studied by neuroscientists around the world. She helped unlock secrets about the human brain that no laboratory experiment alone could have revealed. Her life reminds us that every emotion, even the uncomfortable ones, exists for a reason. Happiness helps us connect. Sadness helps us heal. Anger can alert us to injustice, and fear keeps us alive. So here's a question. If someone offered you a pill that would erase fear forever, would you take it? At first, it might sound tempting. No anxiety, no panic, no stage fright, no fear of failure. But what else would disappear? Would you still recognize danger? Would you know when to protect yourself? Would you come home safely? Maybe fear isn't something we should conquer. Maybe it's something we should understand. Because without it, we might lose far more than we ever imagined. And perhaps that's the greatest lesson the woman who felt almost no fear ever taught the world. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more fascinating mysteries of the human mind, subscribe to the Untold Vault where every story unlocks another secret hidden inside the human brain.